If you guys are looking for a cheap and reliable place to get your FIFA Ultimate Team coins, check the link in the description and use the code ITANI to get 5% off. So we actually finally did it. I did reach Elite for the first time ever. Now, some of you might be like, oh, but you have such a crazy team. You should be getting way better than that. Now, compared to other people, I don't play FIFA as much as other YouTubers because I try and balance a healthy lifestyle with playing games, obviously, and trying to be good at them. But I also like to go to the gym and just make sure that I am staying healthy and not just gaming, because gaming is one of the unhealthiest things you can do. So I try and keep a really good balance between both. So obviously, I don't put as much time in FIFA as other people. So I hope you guys see it the way I do. But reaching Elite is a huge personal achievement for me, and it's awesome to see progression, you know, even though we have been using some crazy teams every week, but this time we did actually reach Elite, so which is just pretty awesome. So you could expect a awesome weekly rewards video next week, and actually it's tomorrow, and also monthly rewards should hopefully be released next week or maybe a week after that, depending on how EA do it. I'm hoping that they give it to us very quickly, but I think everyone should actually reach Elite 3 because you got 5 weeks to reach that, and it's just so easy this month. I could see a lot of people getting the same rewards for the monthlies, so hopefully you guys see a lot of videos on that. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you check out G2A. Their link will be in the description if you're looking to buy PSN cards, Microsoft points, or cheap PC games. Now I'm going to be telling you my plans on Team of the Year, what I plan on doing. I'm going to show you the team. This is the team we use for reaching Elite. So we used Hullet as our striker, Way as our striker as well. And these three as a trio, they really work for me, especially Hullet and Weyer, but Del Piero is the star player. And the thing about what I like about these two up front is shielding. Now, I did start just trying out shielding within, I think, earlier this week, and this is what really helped me in the weekend league. You need to learn shielding. If you don't learn it, then you're going to be at a huge disadvantage when it comes to the weekend league. Sometimes when you're in the penalty area and you've just shielded, you will get fouled and win an easy penalty. Now, shielding gets you so many other options because a lot of your players start making runs. You just have to be patient when you're shielding, and this is the thing I've learned. Obviously, I haven't mastered the technique yet, but as I play more FIFA and every weekend league, we will get better, hopefully. So it could be a fluke. It could be a fluke that we reached Elite, but who knows? It's still progression. Anyway, so Del Piero is still my star player. This is basically nearly all his matches are in the weekend league. This is basically all the FIFA I play. So as you guys can see, 375 matches played, 279 goals, and 195 assists. Most of these games are in FUT Champions, so if you calculate how many weekend leagues I have played, you'll see basically him playing most of his matches in the weekend league. Now, of all these players, I will only not be able to play without Del Piero, just because of how effective he is for my playstyle and how many goals he gets me and how many assists he gets me week in, week out in FUT Champs, which is the hardest mode in FIFA. Lothar is basically Conte on steroids. Definitely recommend him. This is the first week I think I did not use Conte, the inform. Instead, I went with this midfield, Parolo SBC. Really, really good player, but at the same time, second half you have to sub him off because he has no more stamina, which is a pretty big disadvantage because his touch has become crappy. He gets dispossessed a lot easier. So I start subbing in Conte in the second half to hopefully close out the game and hopefully make it a lot harder for the opponent to pass my midfield. And Nainggolan is only there just to get me those long shots from outside the penalty area. When I'm taking the corner, the opponent clears it and Nainggolan is just there waiting to take the shot, which is pretty awesome if he's on the right hand side. Now, this defense, they're all non-informs, but they were all so good, man. Luke Shaw, Smalling, one of the best pairings you could get in FIFA. Butland saved me so many times this weekend. I still think he is the best goalkeeper in the game. Definitely recommend to use him for the price he's going for. You cannot go wrong. Then we have Monadas. Now, This is a weird thing because I did not like this player when I first tried him out like a month ago, but this week I do try him and I think I prefer him to Bonucci. So I don't know, he just seems very fast, which obviously 80 pace is extremely fast. With the anchor chemistry style, he felt very strong and just covered me every time there was a counter attack. If your opponent has 4 swingers, he's a 6 centre back to have in your squad. Florenzi, just an amazing right back. I think a lot of people are asking me just to use Perez instead because I've never used him, so I might have to give Perez a go instead of Florenzi. But I was really hoping Florenzi could get an SBC on the 24th of December. Instead, I think they gave it to Dani Alves or something like that, which I don't even like Dani Alves in this game. Now, Mertens, I have him on the subs bench. I did not try him out. Also, Dybala, I do have him on the bench. Tried him, I think. When did I try him? I think I tried him at the beginning of the weekend league, which I lost most of my matches. I changed the formation around. Not the formation, the players around. Put Weah and Hullet back up front, and that worked brilliantly for me. But Dybala doesn't seem to be a great starting player for me. He seems more of a better super sub instead. The rest I haven't really tried. Aubameyang I don't actually like too much. I feel like he's not agile enough for my playstyle, so I don't really prefer to bring him on as a super sub, maybe as a last resort, but instead I prefer Dybala or Mertens to bring on, but I have yet to try them out. Except Mertens, I tried them out for the video, which just you guys saw that he was insane, and he was really, really awesome for how I play. Now, the other SBCs that I did try out, like Rashford, I didn't like him too much. Like, for the price you are paying for Rashford is just not worth it. De Rossi is a mixed bag, really. Like, he's very inconsistent. Sometimes I like him, sometimes I don't like him. He's just very clunky in midfield, very stiff to move around with. And if you like a midfield to pass very quickly around with 1-2s and stuff like that, De Rossi does not fit that playstyle. Buffon, probably the worst SBC player I've ever used. He is so shit. I would like EA to give me a refund on him. I just don't like him. Even though he's a legend, his SBC card is so bad, man. I just prefer Butland. Or maybe, like, if you're looking for a Serie A goalkeeper, use Handanovic. Way better player overall. So I'm going to show you the rest of my club. I'm going to show you the informs. No point showing you the non-informs. We have a lot of double loan team of the week players that I will not be using. I should actually just discard everyone. I might be selling Bonucci. I might not even be bothering to buy the inform Monadas because the non-inform is doing a great job. So I might not use Bonucci anymore. So pretty good, 200k around there. Dzeko, you just keeping him in case of an SBC, you never know. Milik as well, keeping him for an SBC. All these informs I'm keeping for an SBC, obviously except Mbolo, but I do think Mbolo is one of the best Bundesliga strikers you could get, which is why I'm keeping him, because he's starting to get rare, and I think there's less than 2 pages of him on the market. The rest are just keeping them for SBCs. I'm not bothering to sell any of these. Hazard, one of the best SBC players you could get. Costa, what a big waste of money he was, man. I really don't like playing him, and I just wish I never even did the SBC, honestly. I think he was the most expensive SBC I've ever done, and I really regret it. Muller, amazing player. For the price you paid for the SBC, very, very awesome player. And some people are even saying you should use him as a striker. I don't know, maybe a bit too slowish, but it really depends on how you use your strikers. If you like more hold-up play, Muller really suits that. Lacazette, I already went and told you guys about him, one of the best SBC players you could have got. And also Miranda, I hate him. Like, in the Serie A, you could choose so many better players than this SBC card, and for the price, like I said, you could get Monadas. Inform Monadas is way better than this guy. And at the same time, you could get the Bonucci, the Borzali, even Chiellini's better. Just so many more options that are better and cheaper. So I haven't tried Hamsik yet. Maybe he might be a good centre attack in mid. Maybe we'll try him in one weekend league. Have yet to try Willian as well. Costa, I tried him for a couple of matches, didn't like him too much. I don't even see him in the weekend league anymore. I think some people just don't like him anymore. So it is strange. Gamero used him because, I did the SBC because he was so cheap. Sterling, one of the better SBC players you could use. I see him in the weekend league a lot, and he's so fucking overpowered and annoying to come up against. These guys, I think I got in the first monthlies, never used them. They don't fit the team, and they're in shitty leagues. Obviously, this guy is not, but don't see myself using him anyway. Kazawa, probably one of the best left backs that are French, so obviously had to have to do that SBC. Fernandinho, would love his non-inform. That is why I did the SBC for this one. Barry haven't used, but 40 pace and for how much he was going for, had to get him. Son, one of the best SBC players you could ever get. You will see him a lot in the weekend league, and as a striker, he's amazing. The rest haven't even tried. Emre Can, like I said, he looks one of the best midfielders that are like going to be a holding midfielder. Definitely had to get him because he was one of the guys that didn't have an inform, and EA boost these guys that don't even have an inform to a really nice rating with really nice stat upgrades. Overall, the other players that have aren't that great. We have the Bellerin, obviously. He cost a lot, but had to get him. He's one of the best right backs in the game. So Kyle Walker, I don't know if he will replace him, but definitely going to be trying out Bellerin sometime soon. Now, when it comes to Team of the Year, boys, this is what I'm planning on doing. I am actually gonna sell some legends that I don't see myself needing too much. So take for instance Lofa. I could actually use Conte in that position as well, and he will kind of do the same job, just so I don't lose so much coins. And same for like players like I can't get rid of Del Piero because he's my star player, but like say for instance Hullet, I could get a kind of a similar player to him and use him as well. He might fund for Team of the Year Ronaldo, because this guy does go for quite a lot right now. I think, how much does he go for? 2.8 million. That's the cheapest one you can get. We bought for 3 million, but this was like the first week he came out. So overall, a really nice team, but like I said, my plan is to probably sell Hullet to fund for Team of the Year Ronaldo, because the Team of the Year Ronaldo, you're pretty much guaranteed there ain't going to be a better Ronaldo until the end, until EA fucks us over in Team of the Season. But the Team of the Year Ronaldo could potentially be a striker, which is going to be insane. If he is a striker, he is going to be in my weekend league every single week. Now, I haven't even tried the Ronaldo this year, I think, in FIFA 17. So it's going to be interesting to see if he's going to be better than Hullet. And also, when I do come up against Ronaldo, he is disgusting to just defend against. So for my playstyle, he's strong, he has crazy shooting and crazy finesse shots, which I'm really looking forward to trying. But that Team of the Year Ronaldo is going to help you a lot. So definitely going to be the best player in the game. So that is why I'm going to be probably selling Lofa, Hullet, maybe keep Weyer, and that's what I'm planning on doing. Maybe I might sell Mertens again, just because he will be a lot lower in price by Team of the Year as well. And I will sell a couple of other non-informs that go for a little bit. But overall, that is my plan for Team of the Year. Just a couple of really expensive players to sell, get me a lot of coins back, and hopefully I can buy that Ronaldo. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button, and let me just show you that we did actually achieve Elite on this account. So Foot Champions, and there you guys go. We got Elite, and I think for the monthly I just need 7 games, I think it was. Yeah, 7 games to reach rank, to reach Elite 3 for the monthly, and that is basically it. So next week we do, this weekend we do have 40 games to win 7 games out of that. So we're basically guaranteed Elite 3. Let me know in the comment section below, actually, how many more games do you need to reach Elite 3? This will be interesting to see, because this is the final week to reach it. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hit the like button if you did, and hopefully you have a very nice day.